I've got a properly brilliant story for you today. It comes from India, a huge, colourful country in South Asia where spices smell like magic and stories are as old as the mountains. This one's about 6 men, 1 elephant, and a very funny argument. And the best bit, they're all right, and they're all wrong at the same time. Now, close your eyes if you like, and let's walk down a dusty road in ancient India, where something very silly is about to happen. Once upon a time, in a village surrounded by mango trees and rice paddies, there lived 6 friends. They'd known each other their whole lives. They told jokes together. They shared their meals. They laughed until their bellies hurt. But here's the thing. All 6 of them were blind. They couldn't see with their eyes, but goodness, they could think with their minds. These 6 friends were curious about everything. They'd touch flowers and smell them and figure out what colour they must be. They'd listen to birds and learn their songs. They'd feel the warm sun on their faces and know exactly what time of day it was. But there was one thing they'd never, ever encountered. An elephant. They'd heard about elephants, of course. People in the village talked about them all the time, these enormous creatures that could carry heavy loads and spray water and trumpet so loud it shook the ground. But what did an elephant actually feel like? What was an elephant, really? The 6 friends wondered about this constantly. Then, one day, oh, what luck! A merchant came through the village with his elephant. The enormous creature stopped right in the village square to drink from the well. The 6 friends heard the commotion, people gasping and children squealing with delight. "What's happening?" they asked. "There's an elephant here," someone shouted. "A real live elephant!" The 6 friends looked at each other. Well, turned toward each other anyway. "This is our chance," said the first man. "Let's go and find out what an elephant really is." They hurried to the square, their walking sticks tapping, their hearts pounding with excitement. The kind merchant saw them coming and smiled. "You want to meet my elephant? Go ahead, he's very gentle. Touch him and learn." So the 6 friends gathered around the elephant. Each one reached out and touched the first part they came to. The first man's hands landed on the elephant's broad, flat side. He ran his palms across it, solid as a wall, warm and rough. "Aha!" he cried. "An elephant is like a wall! Flat and strong and impossible to knock down." The second man had grabbed hold of the elephant's tusk. It was smooth and hard and curved and pointy. "What are you talking about?" he said. "An elephant is obviously like a spear, long and sharp and dangerous." The third man was stroking the elephant's long, flexible trunk. It wiggled and squirmed in his hands like something alive. "You're both completely wrong," he laughed. "An elephant is like a snake, bendy and strong and moving all on its own." The fourth man had his arms wrapped around one of the elephant's thick, sturdy legs, round and solid, rooted to the ground. "Are you all mad?" he declared. "An elephant is clearly like a tree, a big, thick tree trunk you could never push over." The fifth man was feeling the elephant's enormous floppy ear. It was thin and wide and moved gently in the breeze. "None of you know what you're talking about," he insisted. "An elephant is like a giant fan, flat and wide and perfect for creating a breeze." And the sixth man? He'd grabbed hold of the elephant's tail. It was thin and ropey with a little tuft at the end. "You're all bonkers," he shouted. "An elephant is like a rope, long and thin and perfect for holding on to." Well, You can imagine what happened next. The 6 friends started arguing. It's a wall! No, it's a spear! You're both wrong! It's a snake! Tree! Fan! Rope! They got louder and louder, each one absolutely certain they were right. Their voices echoed across the village square. The elephant just stood there, probably thinking humans were very strange indeed. Finally, the merchant stepped forward. "My friends," he said kindly, "you're all correct." The 6 men stopped arguing and turned toward his voice. "What?" they said together. "You're all right," the merchant repeated, "but you're also all wrong." He explained gently. The elephant's side is like a wall. His tusk is like a spear. His trunk is like a snake. His leg is like a tree. His ear is like a fan. And his tail is like a rope. You each touched one part of the elephant and believed that part was the whole elephant. But an elephant is all of those things, and so much more. The 6 friends went very quiet. Then, slowly, they started to smile. "Oh," said the first man softly. "I see," said the second. "Well, that makes sense, doesn't it?" said the third. And then they all burst out laughing. Not mean laughter, but the kind of laughter that comes when you realize something important and funny at the same time. They'd been arguing over who was right, when actually they were all right. They just hadn't been listening to each other. From that day on, whenever the 6 friends disagreed about something, they'd remember the elephant. They'd stop and think, maybe we're both seeing different parts of the same truth. They'd listen more carefully to each other. They'd ask more questions. And they'd remember that the world is big and complicated and wonderful, and no single person can see all of it at once. You know what I love about this story? It reminds us that everyone experiences the world a bit differently. What seems obvious to you might seem completely different to your friend. And that doesn't mean one of you is wrong. It just means you're seeing different parts of the same big, beautiful truth. The magic happens when we share what we see and listen to what others see too. That's how we get the whole picture. That's how we understand the elephant. Have you ever disagreed with a friend about something and then realized you were both kind of right? That's what understanding feels like. Come back soon, explorers. There are so many ways of seeing the world, and I want to share them all with you. Thank you for listening. See you next week.